I thought we'd go down memory lane. I do miss this. I have not e-biked in what feels like forever. But for those of you too, like some people don't realize I did a lot of 360 videos, which I really enjoyed doing. So let's just play this out a little bit.
It's the next day. My bike is fully charged. Fully charged. I believe that's a program or something.
So I'll turn the volume down,
So
but
yeah, the money.
maybe I'll just mute it. But I always love this view. I always thought then you feel like you're riding along with the bike. Let me know what you think. But this, you can just spin around however you want it. And the sound quality, this, by the way, this camera, it was used to be supported by Samsung, but is no more. I don't know why they decided to get out of the, oh, here are my duck friends up here. Why they decided to stop that. The sound was amazing. There was nothing but here we go. Let's pause right there. Let's make sure we have the 4K. Well, that's barely 4K, but we're trying. But yeah, those are the ducks. Anyway, I really miss this. And by the way, this is my favorite bike. This is actually what I'm going to talk about today. It has been way too long. I have not chatted about e-bikes. This, of course, is the Juice bikes. And then there's the Rad Rover. Let's bounce over to the Rad. It's been a long time since I've been on the Rad website. Wow. So I had the original Rad Rover. Now this Rad Rover here is definitely still an upgrade from what I had, but you can see it's got the original kind of Dolphin pack. Mine was even different than this. This is an upgraded Rad Rover. An amazing bike for commuting. I would say it's very strong. It was not the most graceful bike, I would say. Its profile is large, right? It's a fat tire bike. This scares most people coming down from the other side. I never had a lot of positive, like initially, some people were kind of like, oh, that is so cool. Wasn't many though. Most people really on the bike trails, first of all, the bike technically probably should not be on a bike trail, but it just really was such a large profile. So many times it just got old after a while. Great commuting bike though. This thing, you could fly off curbs, fly into curbs, go up, down hills, off-road, amazing. No complaints. This thing is a workhorse. I logged like 8,000 miles over 3 years. So nothing but positive things. My only frustration with Rad is I never felt like they really did much to change or improve their bikes. They kept staying at that low end. Now, when you think about this right now, it's August 2021. This is listed at $1,700. I bought my bike for like $2,400, I believe. So that's pretty amazing how the prices have come down on these things so much. I would not necessarily expect that. And they're also offering a 14-day free trial, 1-year warranty. Props to them. But check out the Rad Rover Plus. Let's go over here. So the 6 Plus, they've definitely improved the battery. It's definitely stealthier. So I like that. It's not as obvious that it's an e-bike. However, it is still a fat bike, a fat tire bike, and it has that profile. So you do have to be careful when you're making that selection. The other thing I'm noticing, so they talk about some other improvements like this geared hub to make it easier to go up hills. I always thought the thing was pretty peppy to begin with, and it went up quite a few steep hills. There was only one, if you look at one of my off-road videos that I did on the Rad, where it really kind of struggled and I kind of had to like get off the bike and kind of, get it up there. But that was a pretty high, rather steep hill. There was an off-road hill. Still a lot of fun. So it wasn't often that I ran into that issue. The other, thank goodness, thing they finally did is the hydraulic brakes, which are like butter. Really enjoy that. So that part's quite nice. Looks like they probably have upgraded, I'm sure they have, the headlight from the original. Then if I look at the other, okay, that's kind of interesting. This frame doesn't have the same side I can't, oh yeah, I can point. What am I talking about? Oh, right here, I'll highlight right there. There used to be a couple of mounting buttons. I don't know what you call them, but for the Rad that I had, it was nice because those mounting buttons would be easy to put things on either side, the left and the right. Now I can't honestly tell you where they exist, but if we were to undo that for a second, let's go back to the Rad Rover and let's zoom in. Okay, it's on the original Rad, I can tell you. Is that them in the front? Huh, I'm not sure. Shows you, man, it's been way too long. Oh, they did include an embedded rear brake light in the Rad. So let's go back now to the Rad Rover Plus. So you got your hydraulic brakes. Looks like they've improved a geared hub motor, which is pretty cool. And what else? I think that's about it. $2,000. Now, I'm only doing this for comparison's sake because these were the two primary ones I used, right? I use these bikes a lot. This was one I used a lot, and then Juice Bikes is another one I used a lot. And in fact, that 3D video that I showed you at the beginning is one that they let me try out. And I'm telling you, I love that bike, and let's go check it out. All right, so now let's check out Juice Bikes. Again, this is as of August 2021. Now, man, if they expanded the offerings that they have the moped style e-bike. I've not tried those. Rip Current, I tried the Rip Current, the Scrambler, and the Cross Current. The Cross Current by far is my absolute favorite, and I'm going to tell you why right now. So, real quick differences. There's no difference in the list price. This one's currently on sale, so that's only $1,800. And again, I'm going to highlight the big differences between this and Rad. Nothing against Rad, great bike, but if it were me buying one today between these two, would be Cross Current. So big difference, 28 miles an hour versus the Rad, 20 miles an hour. Okay, range, more range, 65 miles versus the Rad. Okay, the other big major difference I'm going to get into as soon as I find that picture is torque sensing. This is the number one differentiator, and it is so critically important to call this out because you just don't know until you have tried a bike with torque sensing. Pedal assist is just non-intelligent. It's a physical magnet that passes by, or multiple magnets on the crank, and as they pass, it ends up hitting a sensor and closing a circuit, and it pulses the motor. So that's just pedal assist. And the power of the pedal assist that engages the motor, it depends on the setting. So 1 through 5 typically, and it's non-intelligent. So it feels more like a motorcycle. It just, you're either pulling back on the throttle or you move the pedals, but it's always a very weird, awkward feeling. And especially if you're in a high gear at a stop, I don't know, it just never really felt that great. The Cross Current, though, with that torque sensing, dramatically different. When you apply torque to the crank, it responds to kind of that same matching level, and it just feels like an extension of you. And the fact that you can go throttle to 20, then it peaks. After that, you need to do the work. And that's where I got the exercise in. So from 20 to 28 miles an hour, I was also pedaling, but in a good way. You were getting that feedback, you were getting the speed. And so I really got a great workout with the torque sensing. I can't recommend it enough. Check out the video link. I show a side-by-side comparison, and that should help you kind of better understand. Again, if it were me right now, between the Rad at 2000 and this at 18, I would definitely choose the Cross Current. They really produce, I think, an excellent bike, and I'm just always very happy with even though I got to demo this thing, I didn't necessarily buy it. And again, I'm trying to give you an objective opinion here, but this thing was just really fun. So much fun. Very precision based versus a fat tire bike is more like that. Okay, it's more forgiving, but this guy just felt great. I never took this one off road, obviously, but I just don't know. To me, if it's about commuting, this is the one. So I just wanted to tap in a little bit. There's one other bike that I want to like preview here. All right, so check this company out. I have not heard of this one, but I would been looking for stealthy bikes. Now Luna has one stealth bike, but it's like a fixie, so I don't quite understand. I don't like that kind of idea of bike. But this one really intrigues me. And at $1,000, that's very smidgy, right? You can even save $100. So we'll have to see what that's about. It has excellent reviews based on their website. So take that for what it's worth. It's in stock and it is an electric bike. So let's look at the design. This is nice. This is what I like to see. Super stealthy. The batteries are in the downpipe here. Really cool. Wow, this looks nice. I might need to try this one because I'm looking for something that would be more stealth oriented. Now I'm not commuting so much anymore, but I'd also like to get some of the exercise in that I was getting, and I'm not getting that as much, but I kind of blazed past the important parts. So here we go with the lithium battery, lightweight, 36 pounds. That's awesome. Sleek design, I would agree. The belt drive is really cool. There's no oil to worry about. That's really, really nice. They have an integrated front light, which is nice. You don't have to worry about attaching that. A brushless geared hub motor. So there's the geared thing again. Now, it does do pedal assist, so it doesn't have torque sensing, but at this price point, who's going to complain about that? It also has mechanical disc brakes, which again, it's okay. Those could always be swapped out. It has the seat, the tires, LCD display. That's good enough. By the way, if you think you need a high-tech computer for your phone for your e-bike, think again. You don't. When you're you just like go home. You just want to go home. You don't sit there and go, oh, I'm doing 17 miles an hour. Unless you're really filming a video to show people the e-bike, there's really no huge value that I ever found it's staring at a computer screen. So the only thing that is good to know is the battery life. So that is a winner, but the rest really isn't. Now check this out. The battery range, the bike range between 18 and 53 miles. So I'm just assuming this has many variables, right? And it's not a powerhouse of a motor. So one would imagine that if you have a lot of hills, you're probably going to trend more to the 18 miles. And yet if it's more flat, like in my commute in Irvine, it was definitely more of a flat commute. So it probably could have gotten easily back and forth the whole way. Now this one is purely, I'm assuming, pedal assist. I don't think this would be like a throttle-based system. Wow, okay, he's looking way too serious. But a lot of people have some positive thoughts on this thing. I don't know what some of the negatives are, but overall, high points for design, and the price is amazing. So stay tuned. I might need to get something like this to try it out. Guys, let me know if you want me to give it a shot. If so, I can see what I can do to make that happen. And there's the details. So anyway, you can go check out their website. I'll put a link for these as well. This one seems fairly new, just so you know. Well, I hope this helped kind of educate you again on like what Rad Rover's doing, what Juice Bikes is doing, and what this company is doing, KBO. Very close to my name. Just need to throw an E and scramble some words and you're good to go. All right, y'all take care. That's all I wanted to show you. Have a great week. Talk to you later. Thanks, bye.